Hey, what's up? Thanks for checking out this clip from our latest podcast, which, by the way, is available wherever you download your podcast from. Brent and I went over the entire first round of the playoffs, and yeah, it was a blast, man. So check out this clip, rate, review, subscribe, all that good stuff. Enjoy.
Going through some things.
Somebody's definitely going through some things.
There's a clear cut winner this week.
Unanimous.
Somebody
Unanimous.
unanimous. We didn't have to poll our going through some things committee to figure out who was really going through some things this week, and that is the former first round pick by Michael Jordan. Was that his first time he ever was an executive? He picked him.
I don't know.
And he came out of high school, one of the last players to get drafted out of high school. And that is former NBA player Kwame Brown.
Wow.
This man went from not ever saying anything.
I hadn't heard
anything from Kwame Brown to where this man has his face in his Instagram lives and everything. And he is, he's challenging Stephen A to a fight. He's talking trash. And I think what really set him off was the Up in Smoke podcast with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson had Jeannie Buss. And Jeannie Buss talks about the trade the Lakers made where they traded Marc Gasol and Kwame for like Paul Gasol and them. And she said multiple players. He was like, oh no, that was just a one player trade. And Matt Barnes, she was like, well, no, I traded. And Steven Jackson was like, that was just a one player trade. It was just Marc Gasol.
Yeah.
And after that podcast, Kwame Brown has been going through some things. Dean, what's up with this?
I can't even say half or a third or a quarter or a tenth of the words that have come out of his mouth because
we can't even play the clip.
Try to keep this family friendly for the kids. But adults, if you 18 plus, go ahead and just Google search some of his Instagram or go follow him because it's entertaining. But he is a scary dude, and he's country, and he's big, and
he's country ghetto. That's just
look up his family history because there's some stuff there. I won't go into detail on that, but let's just start with how he came after Stephen A. This is the summary of what he said. He said he would smack him so hard that it would look like it would fix his hairline. Like it would. So Kwame, I'm afraid. Kwame, I'm a fan. Don't come after us, man. You probably never see this, but don't come after me, man. He's a scary dude, man.
He's scary. Like Gilbert Arenas had some tweets where he was talking about being Kwame's teammate, and he said apparently Kwame and his brother are vicious, and they said they'd go out to clubs and there'd be like 15 people mad at them wanting to fight, and they wouldn't even need the rest of the teammates. Like Gilbert Arenas be like, so y'all don't want us to jump in? And they're like, no, we're cool. And Kwame's like, I'll take these 3 or 4 over here, and you take these 3 or 4 or 5 over here. Like him and his brother are like calling out who they're gonna fight in this group fight. It's just be them two. And he said he'd have Kwame be his bodyguard. Like, I don't need backup if Kwame Brown's on your side, because apparently the dude was just that scary.
Well, Matt Barnes isn't, we all know the story of him and Fisher, right? So like, if you don't know, that's another entertaining going through some things.
Let him know just a hot second about what happened with Derek Fisher and Matt Barnes.
Well, Derek Fisher is, I don't know if he's still with, but he was at the time with Matt Barnes' ex.
He was coaching the New York Knicks.
Yeah, as he was coaching the New York Knicks. And Matt Barnes basically found out he was over at his house with his ex and came over and tuned him up.
He said he was chasing him around the house and Derek Fisher was running. Let's just talk about this.
And you wonder why it'd be hard to go back to being a leader of men as an NBA coach when everybody knows that you was playing Ring Around the Rosie on Matt Barnes'
That's right. Like
couch.
He took a day off and was actually in LA when he was supposed to be in New York or something like that. I think it was like a whole big thing. And then they found out that Derek Fisher was in LA creeping with Matt Barnes' ex-wife.
And that didn't end well. But so I wouldn't want to mess with Matt Barnes. I wouldn't want to mess with any NBA player, let's be honest. But Yeah, Kwame is coming after him. So unfortunately, we can't repeat all the things that Kwame Brown has said.
He talked some trash on him though on that subject.
There's a huge amount of profanity, a huge amount of threat of violence. Okay. So Kwame Brown is definitely going through some things, but honestly, Kwame, as long as it's only words, keep it up, bro, because you are entertaining it. You need your own. Actually, no, don't get your own podcast, man. You might go to jail for some of the stuff that you're saying, dude.
He was talking a lot about Michael Jordan. He was saying that people act like he was such a bad player, but he's saying that Michael Jordan had it in for him. He drafted him, and he wanted to initially trade Kwame for Elton Brand, and Elton Brand that fell through. And so Kwame is like, so after that, Michael just had it in for me. He said he had me working out hard 3 hours before the game, and then we're losing by 30, and they want me to go in and do what? I'm tired. He says, and then we're down by 30. I get in the game, and somehow it's my fault that we lost. He's like, come on now. And he's talking about all the politics of having to work for MJ, and that MJ just was rough. And other people say MJ was rough on him. But guess what, Kwame? Everybody said MJ was rough on them, period. Yeah. He wasn't nice. He wasn't easy on anybody.
I think the bottom line is you gotta be careful who you call a scrub. Like people forget that all these dudes in the NBA could wax anybody that's on the street pretty much. So
it's true.
When the famous talking heads get to going and they feel real loose and they start talking about how people are scrubs, they never think they're going to meet those people in the street one day.
Because Stephen A went in on him.
Yeah, could you imagine? Just imagine Skip Bayless running into LeBron someday, just face to face.
Yeah, just
no cameras around. What's he gonna say? Oh, hey, Mr. LeBron.
It's just for TV. I'm doing my job.
Yeah, and LeBron's gonna be like, whatever, So,
but LeBron is not like LeBron keeps his head cool. Yeah, it's these dudes that when you talk about like, if you go in on like Meta World Peace or just for a man changing his name to Meta World Peace, that's like
there is no peace, man. There's no
you
peace.
You run into Kwame Brown on the street. I mean, I really think the way Kwame Brown's talking about Stephen A doesn't want to see him.
No,
off camera.
No. I don't think any of these dudes want to see him off camera right now.
No, he's serious.
Like, stay in whatever truck in whatever country, county you in, Kwame, because nobody all up in smoke. Don't want any of that smoke. I don't think anybody wants any of the smoke. You definitely going through some things.
Going through it. That's funny.
Yikes.
All right. Well, we could go on and on about Kwame. If you're okay with profanity and someone dropping the N-word every other sentence, then I highly tell you should go look at some of the. He has several. In the last couple days, he has been dropping video after video. He is letting it all out. So you all can investigate that for yourselves. We just can't play it on our channel. But
this is family friendly.
But he's going through some things for sure.